Disclaimer. Even though I am using whole wheat flour in this video, this recipe works much better if you have all-purpose or unbleached flour.
Do not use whole wheat flour.
Trust me, this is for your own good.
What's up, gamers? I'm Steven, you probably guessed that by the name of the channel, and welcome back to my kitchen. Now, quarantine has given me so much free time, so let's bake something again. But instead of baking sweets, we're making bread.
With the ultimate bread book.
And because I honestly don't know which bread I want to make, I'm just gonna flip to a random page and then point down. And look at this! We're making baguettes. I am That sounded so racist? Would that be classified as racist? I have no idea. What am I doing? So now to make baguettes, let's get our ingredients. But something I realized when I made the first baking video, when I made cookies, I forgot to give out some of the measurements. So I'm just gonna do that in the very beginning so you don't have to scroll through the video when making this. Anyways, let's just get our ingredients. 2.5 teaspoons of dry yeast. I don't want to slam this down, so yeah. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And the most important ingredient of all, 3.5 cups of unbleached flour. I know this says whole wheat. Shut up. I don't have any. Now let's get started. Now the first thing we need is a mixing bowl. Wait, how did I have this in my hands already? And we also need a smaller mixing bowl. Seriously, how did I have this in my hands already? What is going on? Step 1. Sprinkle the yeast into 1 1/4 cups of water. How is stuff appearing in my hand? What is this black magic? 1 1/4 cups of water. Acquired. And now, we leave this for 5 minutes. While we mix the flour and salt. So just a general rule of thumb, whenever I make these cooking videos, I just put a piece of paper on top, so that way I can put it all back in if any spills over. Just a good rule of thumb when baking. Yeet! We're done with our flour, so we don't really need this. We also don't need this yeast. Yeet! Just kidding, I didn't throw it. This is made of glass. I'm not stupid. Just be aware, this counter's gonna get so much flour covered in it. So be aware. Now let's put in the salt. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Pretty simple. Let me refill the salt just for next time. Yeah, there's still some salt in here, I can put it back. And now we are done with our ingredients. I mean, we still have to bake them, but we're done putting in ingredients, is what I'm saying. And now that 5 minutes has been up for this, you stir this until it is dissolved and or there are no clumps of yeast. Oh, epic stirring montage music. Now that that's done, stir this. This is going to become a baking channel at some point, I swear. And now, what you want to do, let me just get the camera up close so you can see. So you make like a tiny well, sort of like this. Just so the yeast mixture can go inside. And then what you do is you pour the yeast in. Slow or fast, doesn't matter. Preferably slow. And then what you want to do is take a wooden spoon. Ow, that hurts. Take a wooden spoon to draw enough flour to make a soft paste. You don't want to completely mix it. That's gonna be for later. So basically what you want is you want flour on the outside and just a soft dough on the inside. And now that you've mixed this, but not completely, you want to cover it with a towel and let it sit for 20 minutes. There's going to be a lot of waiting. Basically what you need to do is this is called sponging. Yeah, let it sponge for 20 minutes. It's a bread thing, you just gotta let it sponge. I don't know why, I just like saying sponge.
20 minutes later.
Oh hey, our bread is done sponging. Shut up. And now that our bread is done sponging, we can yeet this. Wait, I actually need it later. We can neatly put it behind us and mix the rest of the flour in. Now you want this to be a soft and spongy dough, but you still have a lot of flour mixed in. So what you want to do is you want to add water in 1 tablespoon at a time. Montage time. And after your spoon just becomes useless, you want to start using your hands. Continue montage. And now once your dough is really sticky, you want to get a flour. Seriously, how do things keep appearing in my hand? Oh my god, I've been cursed by the Antichrist. So what you want to do is you want to put your dough on a lightly floured surface. And then you knead it for 10 minutes. Guess what? Another montage. You surprised? Hope not. Are so sore! Oh, okay, I'm done. And 10 minutes later, your dough should be done. So what you want to do is you want to get a clean mixing... Why does stuff keep appearing in my hands? At least my towel. Wait. Oh my god. Hey Satan,
Yeah.
Could you stop making things appear in my hand?
Well, I was just doing that as a prank, but sure, I'll stop.
Okay, thanks. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to get a clean bowl to put the dough in. And then you want to take a towel. Actually, my hands are disgusting. Let me wash them first. Okay, hands are washed. Now you let this rise for an hour and a half. And while you're letting it rise in the oven for an hour and a half, you can do fun things otherwise. Such as doing a puzzle, reading a book, playing piano, playing guitar, changing out the batteries because the battery on this camera is very low because this video is taking way too long. Do cringy Fortnite dances. Oh, the bread's done. And now, our bread is done rising. For now. Now what you need to do is you need to beat the love into it. And now you put the towel back on, and you let it rise for 45 more minutes. So here are some more fun things you can do. Watch TV upstairs. Watch TV downstairs. Watch your sister.
What are you doing?
I'm watching you.
Okay.
Go for a run! Lift! Weights! Do some fun skating. Wait, my bread's done proofing? God. I was in the shower. And now that your bread is done proofing, a second time, you just take the towel off and beat the air out of it again. And then you put the towel back on and let it rise for another 45 minutes. And now for some more fun things to do. Yay! Question the existence of life. And you cry because we've been stuck in quarantine for over 2 months. File your taxes. Okay, come on, they can't all be fun. These are real world problems we have. Take a nap. Do some carbo loading. This is carbo loading. Evade your taxes. Do even more carbo loading. So now that your dough is done rising, 3 hours later, I'm tired. It's time to get out your baking sheet. Satan,
What?
I told you not to do this anymore.
I can resist. I swear this is the last time.
Cool. It's time to get your baking sheet and form this dough into the shape of a baguette. And now that you're done proofing this, guess what you do next? You cover this up and let it proof for 50 more minutes. You know what? It's not even funny. Just show what else you can do. Eat chocolate-covered strawberries with your sister. Hey nerd, your chocolate-covered strawberries are done. Eating samosas. Oh, that's hot. Eating pizza. Oh, that's cold. Subscribe to your favorite YouTube channel. And the most important one of all, stay hydrated. And finally, after over 4 goddamn hours of rising and proofing, it's time to finally slit them. Satan, stop this!
You think I'm gonna stop? I'm gonna keep doing this till the day you die.
What are you gonna do? And now, once the oven is done preheating, I will put these in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And I'll see you then.
20 to 25 minutes later.
And 20 to 25 minutes later, the baguettes are done. Thank you for watching my video, and as always, I don't have a segue out of this, so please subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.